Trinidad and Tobago. I was on the wrong mic. I just always start off on the wrong mic, and I don't understand how. But 6:06 right now in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are live. Heavy Duty is not here just yet. He is on his way. He probably listening. What's going on, X? You good? Yo, pull a mic. Yeah, you're still here, though. You thinking about it? X thinking about it. You got it? You're pulling a mic? I feel like you pulling a mic. Boy, what's going on, X? You good?
Living, surviving.
Surviving.
Yeah,
You're doing
watching
good?
chicks.
Watching chicks? I was watching it when I was passing it. I said, well, we are the only phone there. I see that. I said, during the show, with all that drama that went on just now,
I don't want to talk in that shit. I don't run shows, so I don't run the show, so I don't tolerate them kind of totish, kind of low level kind of talk. I'm not in them kind of talk. I'm not into that. I in this thing too long to get baited by people like, you know, it's go.
Yeah.
But it's a nice experience anyhow. So I go with the flow.
All right.
You know where that's go.
All right.
So how you and Heavy going? Are they going good?
So far we good enough. Heavy leave man in the day today. You say you're running a little bit late, but you know you'll get here. You'll get here. All right. I see your wife take over Friday for you.
Yeah. Yeah, take over Friday. How about meeting too? So I'll go and see what that.
Oh, Stefan, right? You know, Stefan say using man at the hour everything. You know, you say you just do everything.
Well, a little bit of thing. I just normal.
So using man to talk to when we need to take a little cruise or something like that.
What me?
You on board or no?
Not me.
You have
Not
it going on.
Your son?
Yeah, I'm a son, boy. I'm a son. You look alike, huh?
Yeah, you can a little bit like you. Yeah.
That takes our course. Call again, you're live.
Good day, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Right? Alwari had 2 children with firearm and thing. I have a legal firearm. If I give my child one of them, the privilege to hold it and try it out and thing, would I be in problem?
Of course. What do you mean if
So
you're in problems?
what is the difference between Alwari and me now?
You are a nobody. Remember that.
Oh, I follow in you,
You
sir.
are a nobody.
Yeah, but oh gosh, man, I not, you know. Sir, I appreciate what you're saying, but why is the difference? Who the law for then?
Well, we go get into that today because today we're talking a little bit of constitutional reform once Heavy gets in, all right? Thanks so much.
But I appreciate that and thank you, sir.
Not a problem. You have a great
Oh,
day.
Lord,
Yeah,
man.
You run X out the studio now. You run X out the studio. Share that on Facebook for me now, brother. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. Remember that Talk City 91.1 FM Trinidad and Tobago. This is your address for talk. As we get started today, yesterday we left off with Heavy Duty talking constitutional reform. And I like that he kind of brought it up there. The caller kind of brought it up there because today I have in my hands, for those of you on the live stream, all right? This is the Zones of Special Operations Bill 2026 that was brought before the Parliament and was shut down by the independent senators. Today, Trinidad and Tobago, the independent senators outside Parliament for Senate yesterday, talking about they won't support it unless new amendments are brought before the Parliament on the Zones of Special Operations. The government today promising to bring the bill and pass it without opposition support. So it will be interesting to see how they bring the bill, how they bring the Zones of Special Operations bill. But we're going to go through it a little bit today because I think we need to clarify the narrative that is being spread on social media and across by all media outlets and stuff like that right now. Because I cannot... Let me make sure and say firstly that one of the problems that was brought in the Senate, at least, was from one of the independent senators, was a sunset clause for the bill. They spoke about that is what they wanted. They say they just want a sunset clause in the bill, and those are some of the amendments that they want to bring for the zones of special operations before it even gets passed. So here's the thing. in the bill in itself, and this is in the bill summary that I'll be reading here for you, it says that the period of time of which the zones last must be or must also be defined in the order and cannot exceed 180 days. Right? That's just about 6 months. However, extensions on the period of time for the zones are permitted, though each extension cannot exceed 180 days. This is basically a sunset for the bill as well. In order for a zone to be declared, and it says that in the zones of in the bill itself for the zones of special operations, all right? It says that the power to declare a zone of special operations as well as revoke such declaration rest with the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister or the Minister with the responsibility for national security must make statements to the Parliament within 14 days of the order. That is 14 days of the zones of special operations. However, it says that the Prime Minister may suspend operations of a zone on the recommendation of the Commissioner of Police or Chief of Defense Staff. So I want to call out the hypocrisy by the independent senators and by the opposition PNM in this regard. Because while they're calling for amendments here and amendments there and amendments all over the place, and they demonize the bill, and they say that it's, at least from the PNM side, they say it's targeting black people and people in PNM dominated communities or Afro-dominated communities. It is a blatant lie, Trinidad and Tobago. It is a blatant lie. In fact, it says here in the bill that the members of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the Trinidad and Tobago's Defense Force who are assigned to operate within the declared zones will be jointly referred to as a joint force, as we all know. Members of the joint force, for the purpose of enforcing a curfew or cordon within a zone, the embedded powers, they have embedded powers vested like a constable, all right? That is the powers that they have. A joint command is also established, which compromises this part of the bill. I want you to pay close attention to, because this speaks to what are the duties or what the joint forces are going to do in the zones of special operations. All right? So a joint command is also established, which compromises of high-ranking members of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force and high-ranking members of the Trinidad and Tobago's Police Service, nominated by both the Chief Defense Staff as well as the Commissioner of Police, respectively, each having been trained in the following areas. So remember, the independent senators and the PNM, the People's National Movement, the opposition in this regard, they called for amendments to this bill. One of the independent senators called for a sunset clause, and the others calling for several other amendments. And the opposition PNM, they lambasted the bill, saying that it targeting PNM areas, it targeting black communities, it targeting just Afro-dominated communities, and the police service or the TTPS or in fact the government just want to do this, that, and the other in communities. But in the bill, again, listed here, and this is just the definition of the bill for now. That's all I'm reading out right now, the definition of the bill. It says here that the high-ranking members will be nominated by the Chief of Defense Staff and the Commissioner of Police, respectively, each having been trained in the following areas: human rights, use of force and community development initiatives. The joint command will be jointly in charge of operations within the zones of special operations and are required to submit written reports on operations every 30 days to the National Security Council, which will have the oversight of the entire zones of special operations or any zones that are declared in Trinidad and Tobago. The Joint Command may impose cordons in zones. However, a curfew within a zone may only be imposed by the Commissioner of Police in conjunction with the Chief of Defense Staff. You're all hearing that, right? I'm hoping that you guys heard exactly what was said there. Because in the whole Zoso bill that they brought before the parliament, it was never to just go into communities, lock down communities, and charge black people or anybody in that regard. It was never about doing that. It is about socially transforming communities in Trinidad and Tobago. If you were to read through the bill summary, it says that the order declaring the zone, that is the zone of special operations, must specify a few things. The geographical limit, though there is, this is what it says, though there is no numerical maximum limit defined by the bill, the entirety of Trinidad and Tobago cannot and shall not be declared a zone of special operations. So all the nonsense that they were talking about, locking down this and locking down that and locking down the other, is completely false. But my good friend here now joining. I'll lay upon your headsets real quick, but Heavy Duty is in the building. And Heavy, we have a heavy show today, huh? It's heavy today. You ready for it?
I'm going to put my headset now.
I'm putting your headset. Put on your headset.
I'm not walking.
I'll take a few calls on this while Heavy gets started. 622-4911, 622-4911, or 394-4911 as well. Heavy Duty is in the building and ready for us. Heavy, your mic on?
Yes, check 1, 2. No, it's not.
Let me see here.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to you, David Welch. Under the radar, we are here, right? And I was listening, coming in the vehicle. I want to apologize for my tardiness this afternoon, this evening, you know. So, yes, so the Zoso bill. We could go ahead and take your calls and...
Well, the phone line's open, but I wanted to get you started. I didn't want to continue without having...
Yeah, no problem.
That's why, right? Because I'll just take one, right?
Go ahead.
And then we'll go back to wait about. Caller, go ahead, you're live. All right, let me...
the caller, go ahead.
Yeah, look another one. Caller, you're live.
Good evening,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Welch and Heavy Duty.
Yes, good
I
afternoon.
want to tell you something, Mr. Welch. You see this Zozo bill that you're parading around? It smells like apartheid to me. We fight that battle already. And I want to ask you this question. Who is going to manage this Zozo bill? Is it the police officer?
No, and I'll stop it right there because if you have not read it, did you read the bill? You read it?
You read it?
But
You
have
read
it.
it?
Look
You
right here. Look
understand what is in it?
Look on the
He
screen.
just-
Look,
Hold
caller.
on, lower the voices.
Caller,
Caller,
look on the screen. Go
Caller.
on the YouTube.
You understand the gravity what is inside of there?
we
No. I know about that. Go on to the live stream and you would see right here, Trinidad and Tobago, right here.
you
I'll hold it up for
you were
them.
just reading from the bill.
I
So
don't understand.
why is he
Trinidadians.
calling to ask you if you read the bill? Right? You asking him if he read the bill, and he's asking you if you read the bill.
Let me take one more and we move on. Right, caller, you're live.
Hello, good evening. This show is going on now?
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, I alive. Do try that.
But you,
Here what I want to do. I going on. I won't buy no gun.
I don't put that today, though.
No, David, right?
No more calls.
Right? But I'm going to tell you this, right? Continue. Let's go.
All right. So let's go back to this, right?
Yes,
because I
go back-
realize
go back to this
Yeah,
also.
this have a lot of controversy in it. All right. Let me start over by saying to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that locked on radio, for those that not on the live stream as well, I have a copy of the bill. I have a summary. Let me say that.
You still going there?
I go into these also. There's a reason why I go into these also because this set to come back.
Okay.
All right. This bill set to come back, and I want people to understand what this bill is about. All right.
Correct.
Someone asked a question, and they asked who is in charge of the bill. And you want me to read it from the bill, who in charge of the bill? Because I read it at the start now. At the start, the person in charge of the bill, the power to declare a special zone of operations, or a zone of special operations, as well as revoke such declaration.
Didn't you just read that?
Yes.
So why are you reading it again?
I'm making sure people hear me.
No. Don't do that.
All right.
That's just one caller. Everybody else heard you. Because I heard you reading that in the vehicle.
All right.
Right? He's playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
No, I don't understand. He was baptized in P&M water, bathed with Balizé juice and drink it. You understand? And everything Rowley and Colin Burt and Stuart Young and Penelope Beckers gave him to eat, he rub it all over his face and all kind of things. So you had to excuse him. Okay. Now, what I want to say is, right, so we intend to bring back the Zoso bill.
Yes.
Right, which is a good thing.
That is.
Right, because I feel the public generally misunderstood the Zoso bill. I think the fear-mongering surrounding the Zoso bill. Yes, the first one it reached the level that people were generally scared. And to me, the nail in the coffin for the last Zoso bill was the shooting with the guy and his girlfriend. And he put his hands out at the can to get shot. To me, that was right there, neck and neck, when the Zoso bill was being tried to pass in the upper house and the lower house. And the public was kind of still scared of the powers of police officers, right? And with the Zoso, they were afraid that police will come in the house and do them what they want, right? And I think that itself is what made the Zoso bill, the first Zoso bill, didn't get the opportunity to pass. Now, right, I think people are a little more open to it, because you realize after that didn't pass, we had to go into a second state of emergency because of the high murders. The murderers started to shoot up one time.
Agreed.
Right? And even now, during the state of emergency, we having murders happening rampant, like, 2 and 3 people dying every day still. And I'm sorry that the goodly Minister of Homeland Security couldn't make it today, right? So that I could ask him some serious question, because I come just for the occasion. Right? I came just to have a meeting with this guy, with Minister Alexander today. That's Minister Roger Alexander. And I had some important questions to ask. Right? But I hope he's listening. Right? And one of the questions I would really love to ask him is what is the next move going forward, since that is also didn't pass. And I had some ideas to share with him too also, which is surrounding the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago and the solution for the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. I think they need to have consultation. Understand what I'm saying? They need to have consultation with the right people. I think the crime situation is being dealt with to, like, a word I'm looking for here. Okay, it's being dealt with along the lines of crime fighting, and not along the lines of social. Understand what I'm saying? Like a social aspect.
I hear it.
Now, listen to me carefully. Every single police commissioner and every single minister of national security, since Patrick Manning time to now, has been fighting crime the same way, including Gary Griffith, right? With force, right? And I don't think they understand the psychology and the social aspect of why the crime it not coming to an end, or they don't have a solution. It just keep getting worse and worse. No matter how hard they fight it, all the Operation Anaconda, Operation Big Snake, Operation Devil, all the operations and all the state of emergencies and all what they try, right? It will quiet for a little bit and then boop, it's gone back again, right? And the conversation or the strategy need to change, right? Because crime now has become part of our and not when I say culture, doesn't mean like pan and soca and calypso, right? It's like the culture of the country now is murder and crime. And let me explain for you to not to be confused. Right? We're living in a society right now that to be good is being a punk, or it's not good to be good. It's good to be bad. Understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're living in a country right now, a society right now, where it's good to be bad. The idea of being bad is more likable, right, than you trying to be a good person. Right? Being good now is considered to be soft. Right? And this is the culture of the young people and the next generation coming up. And it is you see it on how they look, how they dress, how they talk, how they react, how they interact with one another, the music they listen to, everything. It's a whole kind of badness gang culture.
Agreed.
That is created now in society. Yeah. And no matter how much you try to preach goodness and right and it's difficult. So we now have to understand that we need to tackle this thing from a psychological kind of social aspect, right? Because quite frankly, if you know that if you go in this cult, if in this life you're going to die, why go? But yet still you have thousands of young people still gravitating towards that life. And the question is why? And nobody's asking the question why. Why, if your friends dying and your family dying and one of your parents die or some of your family members die and everybody around you dying because of this culture, this gang life or this gun life or this crime life. Mm-hmm. Why will you say, okay, I still want to do this, I still want to be a part of this? Think about it. Yeah. The mentality and the mindset have to change. No one's changing mindset. And it's not like if the police kill them, right? Because people will say, well, the police kill them out. As soon as the police kill one and next one, two more replace. You understand? So how much the police go kill? Police been killing. They're killing themselves and police killing them. But everybody's being replaced. You understand? And it's even getting worse. It's meaning more people gravitating, more youth gravitating towards their life. We need to find out why. We need to get down into the belly of the beast and find out why this is happening. Right? And then take it from there. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because you go into a young person party. Let me say you go into what you call a zest. Right? And you stand there for about an hour and you listen the music, you see how they act and how they react. There's nothing positive about that environment. Everything is negative. The music for the women, the music for the men is all about guns and sex. If you understand, that's what it's singing about, that's what it's gravitating to. Yeah. And on social media, it's the same. So how do we as a society, or we as a country, or we as people in charge in the government deal with a huge growing culture of crime and violence in everything that they do now? That's why they're fighting in schools. That's why they're trying to be bullies and all this kind of thing, because that becomes cultural. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So I wanted to ask the Honorable Minister that this afternoon, right? Because they tend to, like, everybody, well, to me, all it's just a recurring decimal. It's not stopping. It just keep going and going and going, regardless of who we put in charge, regardless of what. Now, I must say, when Gary was there, it had a little, it shake up a little bit because with regards to the policing and whatever the case will be. But the culture was still there. How do we change it? And this is the question that we need to ask.
Well, let me start off, because I know this is going to sound, almost a response going to sound. It sound like, oh, he just for government and for government.
I don't want to make it about him.
No, me.
Okay.
Me. I tell him my response.
All right, go ahead.
Sound like it just like that, right? It is not. I want to start off by saying I agree with you when you talk about getting down to the real social issues and getting into the belly of the beast. I agree with you when you say that government needs to consult with the right people.
Correct.
I agree with you when you talk about when you compare the past to the present, right? Gary come all the way up, right? I agree with all of that. I agree with you when it comes to how young persons or what they gravitate to, and what they are becoming now, and what the generation might lead to, and that level of criminality, right? I want to say what I disagree with is the fact that maybe the government does not know. That little part of it. Because I do think they know. And I know that you know what they campaigned on. When they campaigned on bringing down the crime rate, one of the things, the most important thing that was promised on the campaign trail was jobs.
Right.
And sustainable jobs, sustainability, and development for Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Right? That has a hold on the crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago. Under the previous administration, there was a lot of unemployment and persons seeking to get employed either into the fire service, police service, or in general, right? When you look at the recruitment drives that government having and the amount of people showing up for it, government cannot, in this short term, employ all those people.
Yes.
We know that.
Agreed.
Which would lead to something. Because when persons still on the breadline waiting and getting frustrated, they're going to look at, at least young men in this point in time, they're going to look at other avenues to get money. All right? And that comes out of Laventille East Movement as well. When I went to school, half the people I went to school with in either St. Dominic's RC or Success Laventille, dead. That come of my class,
including me. more than half for me, because I'm a little bit older than you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And that's simply because...
And you're only 25.
I'm only 25.
Yeah.
But I can tell you from my situation, it's only and this is not people that went just Success or Mover Laventille or those schools that you'll consider not the best set of schools, right? Talking about the prestige schools as well.
As well, yeah.
Shaquille Rowley went to CIC and ended up in jail because of the people he was around. And I'm going to spell out the whole story and stuff like that.
But we understand what you're talking about, yeah.
The Renaco, so much of people come out from Laventille, Mover, end up in a like Joel Huggins is dead. He's one of my best friends. His brother is dead. Right? Those people I went to school with, dead and gone because crime and criminality in Trinidad and Tobago, and because of what they chose to do. Why though? Why did Joel brother choose to go into a life of crime?
This is the question I'm asking.
I could say why. I just started
but
now.
they're using one person as a testimony. His story wouldn't be everyone's story.
Obviously not.
Right?
Obviously not.
So that's why I want to talk holistically, because if I start to talk about who died with me and why they went into the life of crime, I'll be here all day.
Yeah.
Right? What I want to get to the gist of the matter is something is making more young people, as you say, half people who went to school with you get involved in life of crime and dead now or in jail, right? How do we cut those numbers down?
Well, here's the thing.
You feel there's employment?
No. Part of it, as to what I was getting to, you spoke about it, the social aspect of each community.
Correct.
All right? That has been or has never been apparent at all.
All right. Stick a pin right there.
We are going
take a break, and we have to do this segment before we go further, because we continue with this conversation, because this conversation needs to be spoken today. Right? So take the break and let's go for the do the segment. What know your country.
Oh, good. Look at the time already.
Yeah. The time flying. Yes. Know your country.
Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. We're coming back with a new segment.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here, with voices you know, trust, and respect. Get Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Generation. The Carbon Zero Institution of Trinidad and Tobago's Secondary School Climate Quiz, also known as the CZITT Quiz, is empowering young minds one question at a time. Don't miss it. Catch the excitement and support our future leaders every Monday at 8:05 p.m. with replays on Wednesday at 5 p.m. only on TTT. All right, Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back on the inside with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch.
All right, and we're going into the segment.
This
now.
is it. This is the segment.
Yeah, this is the segment. We have to do this right now. The segment is called Know Your Country. It's easy. All you got to do is call, and I'm going to ask you a question. We're doing it. Take a call already.
But they're on the line. All right.
No, that wait. We got to get in the password, the access phrase, what kind of thing I'm to you.
I'm excited. This is my segment now.
Yeah,
right?
What from tomorrow? I go over there and sit down.
Yeah.
I go control the board and the phone.
No.
From
You
tomorrow.
here on Friday, right? Because X don't say you ain't coming here on Friday. So you gonna be there on Friday, Monday you gonna come across, right?
Oh,
my week.
Okay.
They're my week.
Listen, so it's all about know your country. You have to, right? Give us the access phrase. The access phrase is know your country, right? And then I'm gonna ask you a question, right? And we're gonna see how well you know your country, right? So now the question, when I ask the question, if you don't get it right and someone else calls,
you're taking long all the lines.
They have to wait. We controlling this, and them not controlling this. They have to wait, right? Right? The question will be changed every time someone don't answer the question. Okay? Let's go.
Yeah, you ready? Which one to go with this? WhatsApp or
anyone.
Right, let me go WhatsApp because we don't ever start with WhatsApp, right? There we go. The access phrase.
Yeah.
We didn't say it.
I said it. Okay. I said it.
Access phrase.
Yes, I'm right here. Know your country.
Good. Right? Question. There was a military base in World War II in Chaguaramas controlled by the U.S. Which part of Chaguaramas that base was?
All I know it was not the heliport.
Wrong. Sorry. It wasn't the heliport.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, God. We're sorry. You ready again?
Yep.
6224911. Only call back. We taking it now. 6224911, 6224911, or 3944911. Those are the numbers to call. You ready?
Yep.
Access phrase.
Yes, know your country.
All right.
Okay. What part of Trinidad are you from?
I live in La Hoqueta.
La Hoqueta. If you're heading to Diego Martin in the west of the island, there's an highway after you pass the foreshore, right? It's named after someone. What's the name of that highway?
Hold on. That highway is called the hold on, is it Diego Martin? The Diego Martin Highway?
No, it's it's not the Diego Martin Highway. They renamed it, right?
Keyshawn Walcott Highway?
No, sorry, wrong.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. We're sorry. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Access phrase.
Know your country.
Know your country. Right? In Port of Spain, right? After you leave Port of Spain heading west, there's a fort. What's the name of the fort?
There's a port after you.
Not a port, a fort.
A court.
No, F-O-R-T, a fort.
Fort, okay. Oh, Fort George?
Correct. Congratulations.
What is that?
It's Fort George.
Fort George.
Yes.
You know I didn't know that one.
You didn't know that?
Fort George.
Yes.
All
Thank you.
right,
Congratulations. We have a winner today. What's your name, sir?
My name is Angelo Joseph.
Angelo Joseph. We are one of our winners inside Know Your Country.
Yes. You're inside,
Right?
you're
Congratulations,
inside.
inside. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother. Thanks so much. All right,
Well, we have a winner today. We have a winner
We're
today.
gonna just get music for that, right? Yeah.
So in this segment, obviously we're going to get a sponsor for this segment, and you're going to get some prizes after.
Yes.
So this week we just doing the
It's our
official
test,
drive. We're testing the water. So by next week, all the hard questions will come out.
Yeah.
I know you didn't know Fort George.
No. I hear in it. I hear in the photos. I was trying to figure out which one. I was like,
Fort George is actually the fort after going to St. James. Up on the hill, the mountain.
I never went.
You never went? It's a beautiful view. You need to go up there. If they just go
In
up there.
Trinidad, you say, right?
Of course, Fort George, right?
It song like Tobago.
No. Fort George is actually one of the. I think there is there's only 14 Port of Spain side that still have the cannons and everything. They can go and see, like, how they had it before.
I probably went when I was younger. Probably
a few years ago, there were schools and things and an outing and thing.
I can't remember though. Them times was.
Yeah, one day you
really
just go up and visit, and if you have time on Sunday, take the family up there, right? So that's it for our segment.
It had no recommendation for you to say, I'll carry up there.
Hello. No, you go up there on your own. Right, I've been there several times, so it's a nice view. It's a nice place to go and relax with your family. Fort George. Right, so we're back, and we're going to continue the conversation we were having, and we were talking about the culture of crime and gang culture in Trinidad and Tobago, and how it's affecting us as a society.
I'm just looking at the time now, so we could take. I wanna involve the public.
Yeah, we could involve the public on this topic where we are talking about. Nothing else, right?
Now, just before we go to the NLCB, I was thinking about because I want to hear what some people would say on that, right? But to come back to the
Zoso.
To the point I was making.
Yes, going back to the point I was making. Correct.
Right. What I am saying, Heavy, is I really do believe that this government does intend to get down to the real issue of crime in Trinidad and Tobago. That is the only part of your statement, and that's why I say I don't want to sound like I am just.
I am not disputing that fact, right? I just hope. I must say hope. I must say hope. They cannot afford to fail.
Agreed.
Right? And let me tell you why. Right? And this is why I'm airing my views live on air for people to hear. They have campaigned on fixing crime.
Yeah.
Right? No, but to be honest, I like how they start. I like how they're trying to do this also. I like how they're trying to implement certain things with regards to the stand your ground and all these things, right? All the legislation being put in place for that.
And I just want you to know I have it. You see how thick this is? And the time more that I didn't print. Huh?
What is that you had to print in a photo? No, don't take it out. I just ask a question. Just say in one word what it is.
I plan to do this on the show.
I expect you to read all of that.
You and I, yesterday, for the people on the stream, if the camera
look, if you see the big book the man take out to read, we have time for all of that, you know?
No. Because we said yesterday we end the show good, eh?
Yeah.
We end the show on a real good debate. I plan to come back today.
So you went on the research?
I had it already.
Okay.
Right? This here that I have.
Don't take out nothing from in that.
This one's small.
What is that? The Constitution?
These are laws.
Okay.
All laws drafted and passed recently in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. Amended, passed, debated, all of it. A tic-tac face. A tic-tac.
Them as laws.
All of it. Laws and legislations. I know we on constitutional reform. I know, but let me get back to this. Right? Let me get back to this.
Okay, we'll deal with that after next.
What I brought as well is the Zoso bill for here, because the most important part about this that they were trying to implement is the transformative committee. That is all zones of special operations about. The ZOSO, again, is not about just putting police in communities.
I understand that.
But does a nation understand
No,
it?
they don't.
That is why I'm saying it.
Correct.
Yesterday we start off the program complaining, right, about PNM.
Mm-hmm.
Today we start off the program telling the people what this was.
Correct.
And what this is.
Correct.
And what is going to come, because
Correct.
Minister Alexander intends to bring this back. Roger Alexander, that is, intends to bring this back.
Right.
Wayne Sturge intends to bring this back. Kamla Prasad Bisesa intends to bring this back. How are they going to get it passed? I'll leave that up to them.
They could get this passed, right? But they don't want to do that. Because there were bills that needed to be passed, that needed a 3/5 majority in the previous regime. And Faisal Wari went as the Attorney General and changed the laws to make it into a simple majority in the Parliament and pass certain bills, right? There were bills under the previous administration that needed a 3/5 majority, and he went and changed it and to be a simple majority just to pass it, including the tender procurement legislation. That was the water down that.
I'm gonna take a page out of your book, and we hear about them.
All right, go ahead. I'll just do an example. Thank you very much. Thank you for putting me in my place. All right, let's go.
Today is important and very, very empirical to bring out the data on this bill.
Mm-hmm.
Because Clause 5, I'll just read Clause 5 of the bill for you, outlines the scope and objectives of the bill, which includes the zones of special operations, and this one important, the safeguarding of the rule of law whilst protecting the rights, freedom, and individuals who live in any community that they define the zone. And it also seeks to protect the working class or otherwise lawfully operating in the zone. Other people are lawfully living in the zone and trying to just do their business in a law-abiding way.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Clause 5 of the bill also speaks about the elimination of illegal activities, firearms, weapons, and ammunition, and other contrabands, the establishment of cordons and impositions of curfews on the bill, the redirection of young persons from crime. The only way you could redirect somebody from crime is by offering something different. Not by locking them up.
Right.
Making sure and say that. Because all they say, they're going to lock up, they're going to lock up, they're going to lock up. But how do you redirect? And yes, I agree. This that I reading out here, very vague. It's vague. 100%. But right below that heavy, literally right below it, it says the promotion of social and economic development in zones facilitated by the action from civil society and government agencies.
Right.
Meaning that the persons that we bring into the table to talk on this are not just high-ranking members from the Defense Force, as it mentioned here, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, as it mentioned here, appointed by the Chief of Defense Staff as well as appointed by the Commissioner of Police. It is also going to include members of civil society and members from the community in itself to talk about the real issues. The same thing that you're talking about now, right?
Correct.
To talk about the real issue in the community and bring the issue to the forefront. And what is most important, if you were to go just previously, it spoke about a report is needed every 30 days, not to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, as a caller called and said here.
Right.
Not to the national, the Minister of National Security or the Chief Defense Staff, but to the National Security Council, which is chaired by the Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, in this regard. That is where the reports and everything is going to come back to for social transformation and for anything to be brought towards the parliament, etc., etc.
Right.
I want to agree, because I already heard some people calling to say that, well, it was done before. It had committees set up and nothing come out of the committees. But in general, when a committee gets set up, what happens, and you know it, is it just palm somebody else or pay thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to a chairman to chair the committee,
right,
and then nothing comes out of that and it goes dead. Because I agree, we had committees set up in Laventille, all those communities. Nothing come out of it. Keith Rowley, as the former Prime Minister to Trinidad and Tobago during COVID, you'd remember, spoke about a new society. Remember that? Remember the whole new society talk? And we're going to change out Trinidad and Tobago for good. And then he talked about development and all kind of thing for Port of Spain and for communities and social transformation and all the nice things. And he declared crime a public health concern in this regard. That is not what's being done here. Which is why I'm saying that people really misunderstood it. And I'll say that for the last time.
That people misunderstood it, or you see how you read it there? And how you explaining it now, is it that aspect of it that was missing to the public?
I think so.
That is the problem. Communication is the key. And I think if this what we are doing here now was done the first time around, right? I think the Zoso bill would have been passed. I think they needed to reach people. One might say, well, it was in the media and it was there, but not much people that understand what is being said. See how we break it down here and you read it out for you? That's supposed to be on every half an hour on a TV station, explaining what is also and what it's going to do for your community and what it's going to do for the people and what it's going to do for crime and all of that, right? This is the thing we need to have. We need to have it more out there for the people, all on social media, like a campaigning a bill. Yeah. You understand where I'm coming from? Just like we're campaigning for election, put the information out there so they can't say they miss it. Let her read it, let her see it, let her do it in a video form, do it in a cartoon form, break it down to the simplest form so they can understand.
And that, right there, the government failed at doing.
Correct.
But I want to bring something to your attention, huh?
We had to go for...
I know.
We have to go watch your time.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I want to bring something real quick to your attention. Because I remember bringing up here the clause 25 of the bill fair, right?
Yes.
But the only reason why I went and read clause 25 is because Shamfa Kujo, not Shamfa, Gasby Dolly, my apologies. Gasby Dolly took to the parliament. And what you were saying there, 100% correct to know. Because Gasby took to the parliament and Gasby did the, I don't want to say the damage control before the damage even happened.
Okay.
Right? But she pounded it on the right time. Right? She came out and she talked about transformation and this and that on the bill, and she spoke about where you can find the money from to do this and do that and do the other. This is around the same time 10% was happening.
Right.
So the conversation was the government didn't have no money.
Right.
So she beat that hard. Clause 25 of the bill, just as we go to the NLCB here, says Clause 25 introduces a social transformative committee which shall be established by the Prime Minister in Council, which means the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, within 5 working days of setting up the committee. Because that's the main aspect of this.
Yeah.
That goes on for the 180 days.
Yeah, and it's hurry up because we're going to hurry up.
The committee shall be empowered to do the following. Assess conditions within the zone, that includes health, environment, and inter alia. Identify threats to sustainable development within the communities with the zones of special operations. That would include, and she learned from the last, and remember Kamala said Kamala 2.0. They
Right.
call her the box train government. You know, if you wanted to put up a school in Mova, Beetham, Sealers, Laventel, money would either go to the gang leaders first to offer protection.
Right.
Right? All right, I'll leave that there before we go. Develop a sustainable development plan to address issues relating to health, environment, and inter alia. When we talk environment, we're talking surroundings.
Just finish read that because
Recommend social intervention within the zones and coordinate the implementation of social intervention programs within communities. All right. When we come back, I'll go through this one for you.
No, when we come back, we're going to be taking calls.
Of
When
course.
we come back, we need to open that book where they bring laws so I can deal with the whatever you bring later. We to talk about that in the next hour.
That's a problem.
So, okay, so we're going to take calls after the. After
We still have a minute again, you know.
No, well, we can't take no calls.
I want to
then,
hear
no.
no news. Now we can't take no calls. We can't take no calls.
Right.
But
we go in straight. We can get any news headlines and go straight to the.
you want
paper
news
now.
headlines?
Yeah. Get
All
them,
right.
get them.
Take some news headlines for now and Tobago. God, wrong thing, yes?
Citing sharp drop in energy sector earnings. Eastern Division Police on high alert amid fears of reprisal killings in Sandwich
Talk
Valley.
City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here.
Yet, we streaming live all over social media. Remember that Talk City 91.1 FM on all social media platforms. This is your address to talk. You're live now under the radar with Heavy Duty and David Welch. We're back.
We're back. Right. So, David, yesterday, we were talking about constitutional reform. Right?
Are we jumping there one time?
But before we go there, we want to open the lines and allow the people to call. So let's go.
See what I mean? They're ready. Caller.
Caller.
Know your country.
No. That done.
That done.
Okay.
Yeah. Till tomorrow.
Listen to all these. I'm the first time caller, boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're doing a real good job, boy. I just watch all you every day. I just watch all you.
And where you calling us from?
I calling from St. James.
St. James?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Then you don't know you'd answer the question what the fourth.
About the
fourth judge.
For George was
I know you'd answer that question. You'd get that question when I became from St. James.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
You and every.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, man.
622-4911, 622-4911, or 394-4911.
394-4911.
That's what I say?
Yeah, you're saying too fast.
Oh. Caller.
Hello, I'm Heavy.
Yes, good evening.
I think I won a while ago. My name is Angelo Joseph, which I told you. And I am blind, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what to do to collect my voucher.
When you won?
What voucher?
Beg your pardon? For George.
No. You know, we're not giving him no voucher this afternoon. Right?
No, when I could collect it.
No, we're not doing the voucher today. right? Because we only had one voucher, and it was given out to yesterday or the day before yesterday. Somebody won that, right? We have to wait for another voucher for next week. So, right, keep listening, and we will tell you, right?
I thought it was every day.
No. We didn't get sponsor for every day. Okay.
I think for the first time I win something, but I
no. All right, we apologize about that. We apologize about that. Okay.
No problem.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying
you get people bad habits, you know.
I ain't saying
You
nothing.
get people bad habits. Good afternoon, caller. You see people talking and calling for what you know under your country. Yes, good afternoon, caller.
I don't know the 100 country living in, but you know, man go crush that.
Man will what?
Man go, I don't know, man go rush that.
Yeah.
That's stop that game, boy. If you had 100 golf ball for all what I done.
Yeah, well, because we're trying to get sponsors for it, so we will get people on board. We will get people on board, and we will get prizes every day to give away. Don't worry.
Everybody, bro, you was talking about something about earlier on there about the country with the crime and situation and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Have you remembered something? I remember when man call everybody in a meeting and deal with everybody after the meeting.
Right.
We've done things in this country so much to get rid of the crime. But you know, I feel where the crime have to tackle from. You see that police service?
Mm-hmm.
That police have plenty to do with this crime in this country.
And I agree with you.
You see, if it is, we have a police officer dealing up with gang members, we will never get nowhere in this country. Police dealing up with the gang.
Yep.
We have to get to know what is police and what is gangsters.
Yeah.
Because the crime come from there. Because they get, and even if it has come from there, they get invited to it. This country has so much of corruption going on in it. We could probably have this program 100 times after this, 1,000,000 times after this, and it's going to remain the same way because of the system that we have.
I agree with
when
you.
You have two great commissioners in this country, two of them alone, Mr. Gibbs and Mr. Gary Gibbs. Respect Gary Gibbs and all the things that he used to play whatever. We was on fire. Even though crime used to still happen under he watched, he used to try his best to get it unjust. People can say what they want.
Yep.
I know what it is I'm saying. I live in these type of things every day. You see, if we have these things clear up, you see, if we get here, let me just try back Gary for a couple of months. Let
we just give him a little year and a half or something. I don't give him a year and 6 months.
We gave him 2. He's been up plenty.
Give him 2 years.
Really much.
Yeah, give him 2 years.
Give Mr. Gary a couple of months and let him come and club his system. You will see how the system change up.
Correct.
I disagree, you know.
No, I agree with the caller.
But I disagree.
No, you can disagree, but I agree with the caller.
No, you cannot disagree as much as you want, because you know why? We have to look at things. We have to look at things on performance.
Performance, correct.
That I don't disagree with, you know.
Performance beat old talk.
No, I don't disagree on that, you know, the performance. I disagree on the fact that Gary will change things around.
We had a man on the ground painting the ground.
I disagree. I remember.
We had a man going in the police service and fixing the police service.
Correct. While I agree with that, I disagree on the fact that Gary is the man to change things around.
I beg to I disagree with you with that.
I no problem.
You go ahead, caller.
If it is you disagree with that, then you have to get to open your eyes. I mean, nothing wrong with it, saying it.
Yeah.
But you have to open your eyes.
Because
you have to get to see beyond certain things.
Correct.
Because I think everybody who come inside the system as police commissioner standing with the government and listening to what it's saying and what they have to do and whatever.
Yeah.
We had a commissioner sitting with the little child and them reading book.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
School book and singing songs. We had a commissioner just walking around the place just to know what he want to do. Now we have a commissioner agreeing with every single thing that takes place and lying to the community. Come on now, man.
Caller, we have
a commissioner in this country who come out and talk out and tell everybody what is going on.
Caller, as much as I like what always say, we have a lot of calls on the line, so land the plane.
Okay.
Land the plane.
Yeah. Anyway, fella, just join your leave.
Yeah, keep calling us, and I like your conversation. I like this kind of conversation.
All right. Caller, good day.
And you need to tell me why you disagree. Caller.
Hello.
Yes, good evening, caller.
I always say to solve this problem, to catch these criminals, you know what we have to do? We have to get the helicopter up and running. So as they hear crime happens, call the police call the helicopter and they find the people in 5 minutes.
All right.
So they wouldn't get time to change their vehicle. I was in America.
Sometimes they don't even change the vehicle. Sometimes they put on the crime and they go straight home in the vehicle and park up.
Yeah, true.
Right. But why it is not holding people? Because the system they have is not nice.
The system they have is corrupt, caller.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
That last caller, the way he talk about, you have to stop, hit from the top.
Yeah. He make a lot of sense.
You can hit the bottom. And that is what they're doing. So who holding who? I go hold you. I and you is partner. And you go and make a raid. I go hold you.
Nah. That's the problem.
But this is not. That's the problem we have.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. We have plenty of callers on the line. We try to take some much.
We can try and keep it a little minute or two.
Yeah, we had to try to keep it short and sweet because we have plenty of callers on the line now.
Yeah, caller, you're live.
Hey, gentlemen, good night. David and Mavi.
Yes.
Very good show, informative.
Thanks so much.
Now, let me tell you something in a nutshell. This country is in this situation because police make thief their friend. Right?
Police what?
Make thief their friends.
Yeah, police make thief their friend. Mm-hmm. You cannot differentiate who's a police officer from a bad guy now, you know. If you watch their social pages,
the officers on them,
you will see how they dress, and you can't differentiate because some of these parties they have the police on their own time. They go to these parties and they dress the same way. They commingle around the criminal element, right?
You know, I don't agree.
You could disagree if you want.
They're serious, you know.
Yeah, you want. I mean, we can't demonize the whole service.
Well,
it's not saying the whole service.
You know,
just say police.
No, they have to get recruits in. They put your face in the papers. You do a polygraph test, right?
Thanks, Gary.
The older guys in the service is where the corruption acts, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Right?
I agree.
Now, in Mexico, some years ago, they had the same kind of problem we experiencing here. But they just have a big drug cartel in that town specifically. You know what the mayor of that town did? He fired the whole police service. And they started to polygraph men from the top to the bottom. Right? Out of 5,700 officers in that town, right, only 383 were rehired because they passed the polygraph test. Right?
Yeah.
The assistants came in from the Mexican Army and the U.S. DEA. You can check it up.
All right.
It's online and stuff.
All right,
we need something like that down here.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Caller.
Brother, good evening, brother.
Yes.
David and brother Heavy and everybody. Here what's going on. Short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when we have a union and you have a bargaining unit and you have association, they where the problems lie. Sun too hot. It has too much dust. We need air condition. We need PPE. We need firearms. We need bulletproof. We need video cam, when all this is provided. Yes, but you see, when we have the decentralized policing, every station had a commander officer and a report to the commissioner. I feel we will get a better result. Have a pleasant evening.
When you say report to the commissioner, that's what you say, right? Report to the commissioner. Caller.
Good afternoon, fellas. How are you going this afternoon?
We're good. Go ahead.
All right, okay. Here what I will suggest is this, right? If it's possible. If the UNC or anybody else, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the national security people you have to rely on to deal with the crime in the country, right? I don't agree with putting out any information concerning national security in the public domain. I don't agree with that at all, because when they do that, they just put in the criminal element on alert. Yes, I know people go ask us then what is being done to deal with the crime situation, and they will have to say something. We're doing everything in reform. But you see, when you listen to go down into details, into total details, and tell people like every approach you're looking to take with that, you're naturally putting the criminal element on alert, and you wouldn't get no results at all. I'm telling you plain out. If it is possible that they could get somebody from outside, and you see, let me ask from there, when you do that, is the people within the same police service that turn around and fight the people, and then they just win. Because sometimes they bring one person or two persons from outside to deal with the whole police service there, and people telling them they wouldn't cooperate and all that thing. From the time you hear officers talking like that red flag, ride it, and they just win. If you understand what I'm telling you. So if you really want to see about this crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago, well, I won't say Tobago, but Trinidad especially, you cannot rely on the people here. Now listen to me, they have some police officers, I know they are very good people, but at the end of the day, they can't determine what takes place, because they have to take instructions from their senior. And this is where the problem is riding. If it is possible that they could get somebody from outside, because they have to, according to say, you have to deal with the top before you reach down to the bottom, because the top is who making the decision, and then the bottom has to follow what the top says.
All right, caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Right, so
plenty more.
We have plenty more callers.
Yeah.
All right, get them in. Let them come in, callers. Come in.
Caller.
Good evening, Heavy.
Yes, good evening, caller.
And Mr. Welch.
Yes, sir.
Earlier you were talking about communications and getting the ZOSO pass.
Yes.
I believe that will come in time. But ZOSO with a dysfunctional TTPS will go nowhere. Why I am saying that?
I agree with you.
Why I'm saying that? People saying only is a few errant police officers. But you look at the newspaper within the last year or so, so much police officers have been pulled before the court and judgments are against them for malicious prosecution. There is a very knowledgeable officer who is the director of Homeland Security. And he has put out and coined a term, command of the profession. That is what police officers is required. Let's go back into some history. The drug court report. In that report, it was castigating against the police officer, the flying squad Randall Burrows. Most of those officers, none was prosecuted. Burrows wasn't prosecuted, and he was, I wouldn't say let off, but he won his case. Why is that so? If you had several police officers giving evidence that the police service is corrupt, the drug court report avoided putting those persons in the report because they were afraid of the errant officers within. Remember, they say the flying squad was one of those wild squad that they do things with the blessings of the COP at that time, a fellow by the name of Randolph.
Right.
There is an ingrained culture of wrongdoing in the police service, and we call it batch culture.
Yeah.
We call it Brotherhood of Wrongdoers. That is a noose around the police service. That is the challenge this current government have. And I will further tell you, go to the day of policing. All the various, the GEB, all those special branch were part, the second division, the hierarchy of the second division were part of the, I would say, conspiracy.
Call I had a land the plane, eh? Call I had a land the plane. We have a lot of callers on the line.
Yeah,
Come in.
I'll go land it now.
Yeah.
And most of those police officers were catapulted into the current leadership. So if they are the leadership, that is the culture. So it's difficult. So we have to take some hard decisions to fix it as we go nowhere fast.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you so much. Right.
Before the chat kill we, that's it for calls by the way. But
Yeah.
before the chat kill we can the chat
Which chat?
the social media chat.
Wait, now we on the YouTube?
Yeah, on the YouTube.
Okay, so let's get them some love. Get them some love.
I read that comment here for real though.
Yeah.
So I say, what is the purpose in having a chat if they're not even acknowledging us in the chat?
yeah, for real. I just forget the people on the YouTube enough. YouTubers, sorry, YouTubers.
Yes, we hear.
Yeah, we read some of the chat, some of the messages.
They're just saying good evening.
Okay, good.
Hear. Somebody said that in Kamala say, no, it's not live. They said, nice to know. We hear it all there. We hear with everybody, all right? Good night to Roger Alexander coming for the interview. No, he did not.
He declined.
No, he didn't decline.
What did he say? He postponed?
He just couldn't make it.
He couldn't make it today.
Right,
Okay.
guys, I'll tell you after, but he couldn't make it today.
Okay, cool.
Someone saying here, Kamala come out and say we go see progress in 2027, but NDPNM told us to tighten our belts until 2027. Good evening, all.
Right, well.
Yeah, it's just basic.
All right, so we're going for we gotta go for the playway.
Yes.
Recap. We're going to play some ads, and when we come back.
You feel like I don't know what to do, you know?
No, I'm telling the people what's going to happen. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people. And after when we come back, we're going to deal with this book of laws that David Welch brought into the studio. This
is book, recent.
The book, big like the encyclopedia book kind of cap from long time.
In the office, because in the office,
and he come with all this paperwork to prove to me why we don't need to change the constitution. But
I never come. Let me go for the break.
We'll go for the break.
What are you saying here by heavyweight? Stay tuned to Trinidad and Tobago. When we come back, we're going straight to constitutional reform. We'll be back right after this.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very
All right, 32 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. Heavy duty David Welch, under the radar, taking you up to 8.
Under the Radar is now one of the fastest growing evening to night talk show on radio.
Really?
Yes.
Actually giving us that accolade, right?
Yeah, we are one of the fastest growing numbers wise.
Wow.
Right? So tell a friend to tell a friend that we are on every evening, Monday to Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay? Good.
You make me happy, they happy.
I make you happy?
You make me happy. Before we go into...
You know I had one of the number one afternoon show. Mr. Man, I had one of the number one afternoon show.
Why you just had to go back there?
On radio.
Why you just always had to go back there?
I'm talking about 10,000 people watching me online, you know. I giving you some accolades here. You happy?
But I'm telling you the truth.
You have no reason to be happy. We didn't reach where we want to reach yet.
All right.
Right?
All right.
We're in the process. We're growing.
In the process.
Yes. Don't worry.
You want to touch it?
Huh?
You want to touch the book?
No, I don't want to touch the book. I don't. First thing first, you don't have time to read all that, right?
All right, so let me move this.
So I hope you went through it with a fine teeth comb and they're ready to talk to me here this evening
I could talk to you.
About this so-called these laws you're bringing before me here now,
I can talk
right? And I am speaking constitutional reform. So
yes,
let me hear what you're talking about it first, and before I shoot it down.
All right. So before you shoot it down,
yeah, I'm gonna shoot down all that.
It down,
all those things you bring there for me, it's going to become null and void if it don't have. Go ahead. I will tell you after.
It have substance here. We have firstly bill passed the Home Invasion and Defense of Property Act 2025.
Right.
All right. This was gazetted the 17th of December 2025. That means it new.
Right. New law.
Right? We have here it is way. All right. All right. An act to amend the Administration of Justice Indictable Proceedings Act 2011, Act number 20 of 2011. Right?
Okay.
We have that. And when was this brought? This was brought to the Parliament the 10th of October 2025, when you know I'm in office, right? We have here the act to amend the Children's Life Fund Act, right? Chapter 2901. Yes. This is a real good one, huh?
Yes, that's a good one.
Yes, this is a good one. We also have here the Prime Minister Pension Act.
The repeal of it, yes.
Yeah.
Very good one.
We throw it out.
Yeah.
Dismantle that. The Finance Supplemental Appropriation Financial Year 2025. This was obviously from the budget and act the budget.
Correct. Right.
We have here. Good, this one tick.
Rest of that decide there. Rest of them decide.
All right. We have
and hurry up, we're out of time.
All right, no problem. We have here an act to amend the Administration of Justice Indictable Proceedings Act number 20 of 2011 and make consequential amendments to the Bail Act chapter 460 for other related matters. This went in conjunction with the first one, it is why the self-defense.
The Sandy Row.
Yeah. This one was ascended and gazetted. This is an act to regulate the conduct of business concerning virtual assets and virtual assets service providers bill. This is very controversial. If you in cryptocurrency, this one people don't really like.
Yeah. All right,
but this is a new bill. It was gazetted in December 25, 2025. We're coming on to the end, don't worry. An act to amend the Summary Offences Act Chapter 1102 and other related matters in Trinidad and Tobago. All right. This one was brought December 16th, 2025. And then I'll leave the last one that I have, and let's have more. An act to make provisions of financial nature and other related matters enacted by the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago as the act may be cited as the Financial Act 2025. The Prime Minister Pension Act is amended in Section 4A by repealing subsection or Section 1 and subsections Well, and the following subsections, and they went out and detailed it, right?
Right.
This one thing. Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me. It don't make no sense, huh? Don't go
No,
down
no.
there.
I like how you brought the new laws that the government has implemented.
Yeah.
Right? I have no problem with that. Right? I was asked a question by a caller on this radio station on Monday. Right? The caller goes by the name of oh gosh, why I forget the guy name, boy. But I know him from calling from a long time ago. But he called and he specifically asked, I forget his name, but he specifically asks, why don't we hold politicians accountable for corruption, right? Bribery, misappropriation of public funds, misbehavior in public office, right? Embezzlement, right? And what's the thing they talk with they say when they give a man a contract and they give a piece of money?
Bribery.
No, not. Let's call it something else.
Larceny.
No. It will come to me just now. Right? But he's basically saying why we don't lock them up. Why we don't hold the PNM and accountable. We have all the information with the misappropriation of money and money missing this and billions spent and we don't know where God and accountable. From since the days of Eric Williamson, now we did a whole show yesterday from 1986 with all the money gone and thing. The people always have to pay. Because when the money gone, right, and the country's in crisis, we get more tax. You understand? Yeah. We had to tighten we belt. We had to band we belly. We never benefit from the money that is being stolen by public officials. Right? And I said, the reason why that is happening is because our Constitution is crap. You wanted to defend the Constitution.
I still defending the Constitution.
Right. Now, I want to explain to that gentleman and to the listening public, right, what is the process, right? Let me explain to you what is the process and you will understand the reason why politicians seem to get away with everything, right? The process is like this. If this previous government get evidence or allegations, or the evidence what they get have to be brought to the public, brought to the forefront, as okay, let's say the situation with, for example, with Faris Harari giving out contracts with all cabinet approval for CPEP contractors and all the same. We all know what's going on with that, right? So when that file or that information comes to the public via the government, that this amount of money was stolen or this amount of money was misappropriated by a certain politician, that information is being handed now to the Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police will now assign officers to investigate said report, right? To get evidence. When the investigating officers go and do the research and they go and do all the investigation and they get all the information, they now file a report. And that file goes to the DPP. And then the DPP is going to get back to the police service on whether or not that politician should be arrested and charged. Right? And brought before the court to answer the misbehavior in public office or the embezzlement or the corruption or the kickback that he was looking for, or the kickbacks and all these kind of things, right? Somewhere along that line, right, when it reaches DPP, nothing happens. Something along the line when it reaches Commissioner of Police, nothing happens. Especially with politicians, right? Yeah. So, this is the process. The mark boss here in Parliament, or the mark boss in the newspapers or on a platform, look, they went and do so, look, they went and do so, boop, 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 boop. And they will send a file out to the Commissioner of Police, because the politician, no politician can go and lock up a politician. So Kamla and them can go and lock up Rowley and him, but and them. Right? It's a process. You understand it with me, right? Right. Kamla cannot tell the police commissioner to go and lock up nobody. The reason for that is, if any of these politicians are locked up wrongfully, they will then turn around and sue the state, and the candle cost more than the funeral. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Because remember, they have influence. Right? Now, the problem with Trinidad and Tobago and why this cannot work, why politicians are not before the court and in jail, is because how the Constitution is. The problem with it is why politicians seem to be above the law and untouchable, right, is because how the Constitution is. The police service cannot be the only institution in Trinidad and Tobago to arrest and charge. Right? It must have other entities. And then with those entities, it must have legislation governing that entity to do such job. Right? Now, the problem with Trinidad and Tobago is these officers, which is the Commissioner of Police and the DPP, supposed to be independent officers. But because of influence by politicians and government who influence the process, who is in these positions, right? Even though they don't choose them, they influence who's getting chosen. So the person who gets chosen in these positions, right, is chosen via favorable means. So that when they in power and they can do what they want, they wouldn't. The DPP is my friend, so he ain't go send that file for me. Now we know there's hundreds of files on the DPP desk from since Eric Williams to now, right, on corruption. But yet still no police officer in the right mind is going to go and lock up no politician. Right? Because of the consequences by the seniors. Understand what I'm saying? When Gary Griffith was saying in an interview, he said, why is the Minister of National Security calling me to tell me he have a file to go, he wanted to give me a file to go and lock up opposition members and all this kind of thing.
Alleged.
Alleged. Well, he said it right here.
Still alleged.
He said it right here. I was saying after Gary Griffith, he said.
He lost, he walked because of that.
Right. What I'm saying to you is this, right? In Singapore, there's a whole part of the Constitution that deals with corruption. That says any politician, even in China, any politician that is even not accused, even suspected of being in bed with any businessman or friends with any businessman, they can be jailed. Any politician, to show how bad it was, a politician was given a trip, was paid for by a businessman to go on vacation with his family, right? Paid for by a businessman. And when he came back, he was locked up and charged. You understand? It is that serious. There's a zero tolerance policy on corruption in Singapore, right? You cannot even take a phone call from somebody who owns a parlor. Understand what I'm saying? So we need to change the Constitution so that the people will have more power, right? And not the politician. Because the politician, the people is who really put the politicians there to govern our affairs. Another thing, why we have to wait 5 years, right, to remove someone that we put in office. So if I put you in office and you're not performing for me, right, why I must wait 5 years to be removed? So in that 5 years you could do me what you want. No, this is why things like the right to recall, right? So let me see the people in Port of Spain, so they say, well, here now we make a mistake. We don't want Stuart Young again. We want Philip now, right? So we recall and we vote. Now we have to go back to the post and have a by-election in Port of Spain South and let the people re-vote. if we have that right to recall, right? Another thing that Bajio Pandey was advocating for was the 250, why it just slipping my mind, my brain start just feeling me there, where if the votes,
I know you're talking about getting more persons in the community.
Correct.
More about proportional.
Proportional representation. That is the word I was looking for. Proportional representation. Thank you, sir. Right? And these are the things that we need to give the people more power. Right? Right now, as it is, I've been honest with you, in the current form that the Constitution is written in, politicians have too much power and too much influence over everything. Right? So that is why we are in a bad place. We are at the mercy of whether or not if we have someone good at the helm or we have a tyrant at the helm. You understand? So we have to pray that we vote the right person in there in order for we to prosper. And if the wrong person in there, we're going to fail, we're going to suffer. And that is the problem with the Constitution. It is not created to benefit us, the people. It's created to benefit who's in charge. Right? So among the laws on them is good. Right? And that probably because we probably have somebody good at the helm right now. But what happens if she leaves or if she goes beyond and we get somebody else to put somebody else in charge? What if that person not as good as her? And we get back somebody who just say, well, to hell with the people, I don't care, I want to eat. I want to get rich. I'm going to raise my salary to $1 million a month. They could do that. You understand?
Yep.
That's how bad it is we have it here. A prime minister can say, well, I want to raise my salary to $1 million a month, and we can do nothing to stop it. Right? And if you protest, the same police service, who know that is wrong, will be mandated to lock we up. And then themselves saying, well, why go pay $7 million, but they cannot do nothing about it. Understand what I'm saying? This is the problem. Either we fix the Constitution or we wait till the people absolutely get fed up, right? And come together and say, enough is enough, and we vote. And we don't want that to happen. You understand what I'm saying now?
I do.
Go ahead.
Well, to start,
I
feel like people are going to say, what are you talking about? But it's truth. All right? We have in Trinidad and Tobago the relevant service commissions that deal with exactly what you're talking about there. The problem is, and I'll bring up the Police Service Commission in this regard. Actually, even Police Service Commission.
You can bring up the Police Service Commission.
I'll bring up a better entity.
What's that?
The Police Complaints Authority. All they need is the right to prosecute. That's it. That's all the PCA needs.
That's all they need, and they deliberately didn't give them that. You know why?
Because they don't want them to.
Correct.
All right? But that does not speak about a bad constitution. I agree with you when you say we need to revamp the constitution. I agree with that. I don't know what we have a president for.
Correct. What we had that for.
We don't need that. We on that same page.
Right.
But for us to say now that the Constitution is not in favor of the people,
it's not.
I disagree.
Okay, well,
because we do have the relevant subsections and sections and part sections and bisections, bylaws, everything in the Constitution to really give the people power. If it is that the people would utilize their power.
When the Constitution giving the people what power?
The freedom of movement, number one. And I know that is vague. That is enshrined rights, everything like that, right? But the freedom of movement, the freedom of religion, the freedom of press, the freedom of this, that, and the other, all of that, all right, gives the people the relevant power. In fact, the freedom or the right to have a fast and fair trial. If persons, and that's why we have a poor justice system,
The justice system is horrible.
Very horrible, right? That's why we have a poor one. Because when you have someone before the courts, the length of time that somebody before the courts with, if Trinidadians that's sitting down there were to take it straight to the Privy Council, them case throw out. which is one of the reasons why a man who sat down in that chair the other day, Philip Edward Alexander, could run to Privy Council, come back Trinidad and go straight and appeal again, because we in Trinidad have the right to appeal.
But it takes money to appeal. So that
Not
only
really,
works for
no,
people.
no,
That only works for people. To go to the Privy Council, it takes money, bro.
I hear you. I hear you. But you know what we have as well? We have legal aid in Trinidad and Tobago, funded by your very pocket heavy.
All right.
The Constitution is not bad. It's not a bad one, you know. We have good laws in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. But I like what you are on as well is the part where you said the influence is the problem. And it's a major problem. If it is, and you're correct, if we have a bad leader, things bad down below.
Smoke with pipe.
I agree. But that's only because of the influence that the Prime Minister supposedly have. And that was because that became
that
more...
is too much power.
No. It's not a no. It only became more apparent for COVID. When King Rowley had the ability to tell you can't go on the beach, that is madness. Because I was against every freedom. But listener, the Privy Council ruled against him. That he did not have the right and the freedom or the authority to say X, Y, and Z and curtail freedom of movement. But it only came out after the fact, which does not speak to a bad constitution heavy.
All right, take up right there. We know we have callers on the line. People want to get in. The numbers are called 622-4911. We have about 5 more minutes before we leave here.
We must start this on time.
No, we start on time.
We go into 3 hours.
Yeah. Because every time we reach here and we debate, the show almost done. So 622-4911 and 394-4911 if you want to get in on the topic. I agree with me. I agree with David Welch about the Constitution. But this, I telling you, David, I just want Trinidad and Tobago to be able to in case the time when
I want to bring some up for you.
When we have a bad prime minister.
Yeah, but I want to bring some up for you. And I think you'd agree with this one.
What's that?
You said something yesterday. I wouldn't remember the name, man. You could remember the name and say it for yourself, right? But I could have freed a lot more.
Yes. Harriet Tubman.
Yes, Harriet
said she freed thousands of slaves, and she could have freed 10,000 more if only they knew they were slaves.
Same thing in Trinidad and Tobago. If people only know the power that they have, none of this would be going on in Trinidad and Tobago at the moment. And a great example of that was Anthony Carmona, when he say, the power you think I have, I don't. And the power you don't think I have, I have. You have a call? Caller, you're live.
Yeah, David. Yeah, where you going? Good evening. I just have one question for all of it. Right? And the question is this. If Jesus Christ comes tomorrow, and all crime in Trinidad and Tobago stop, who stands to lose the most? If you answer that question, you will find the answer to all your problems.
All right, caller. Thank you very much.
622-4911, 622-4911. Yeah,
it's very interesting.
Brain,
yeah, caller.
Nobody yet.
Okay.
Are they afraid to call now? I mean, they're looking at the time, they're like, if I call, I go, can't talk for more than
Yeah. Because our callers like to talk. Our callers like to talk and explain themselves properly. I have no problem with that because I like when we are interacting with our people out there.
But to most importantly, to start the show with almost 300 and to end with almost 300 is great.
It's very good. Yeah. Very
Caller,
good.
you're live.
I think you should. I think we should put me on this show tomorrow to have a confidence to talk about the current situation I was talking about before.
Yeah. Tomorrow, in the second hour, right after the playway, you could call.
Because I have a good session for you.
All right, cool. Right. So after the playway and the ads, you can call us.
All right.
Right? Now tomorrow I wasn't letting people know. We have a next caller.
I need to.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
I know. I said I just need to talk to him.
All right, no problem.
Yes. We have another one here.
Okay, go ahead. Caller. Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening. I agree with you all here. Because you know why? If we leave it as equal proportion representation, the PNM have nobody to bully to vote for them.
Correct.
And that will be demise.
That will be demise of the
And
PNM.
They're done,
Early on when I was talking about the police service, is that each section head in each state county, the head carry the instruction and the report to the commissioner and carry the work of the commissioner.
I really agree with that.
Yeah.
That is a great policing initiative, right? Because now you're breaking down the central stupid police service thing that you have.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
You know in Trinidad, I know you know, we have central policing, municipal policing, and then we have it on a community-based level with the community policing patrol that was doing the comfort patrol thing, right? If it is that we would really break that down and say, we already, city corporations, right? Or, let me not say city corporation. Actually, yeah, city corporations and large corporations, right? If their police service would be in that district itself, maintaining that particular district and reporting to someone within that district, they could deal with crime, you know.
Yeah.
Right? Part of the problem that you have in Trinidad is that you had to bring somebody up now, you know, Gary Griffith, from down in the southwestern peninsula all the way up on north because they're too corrupted. And then you can't fire a police officer just like that for what? What is the reason? Fire them if they're in corruption. Not only that, take them before the court.
Right, so we gotta go. We're running out of time. Tomorrow, we have a guest tomorrow.
Yes.
We have a nice young lady coming here in the first hour. We're going to interview her. Right, you're going to get her story, and she's into gospel now. So we'll take a listen to her music and all of that tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a nice show for you guys, and then in the second hour we go talk to that caller who just called, and we're going to get some information from him. Going to talk. Right, so tomorrow right here on Talk City 91.1, we're back here under the radar, the fastest growing evening talk show on radio.
I like that. I really
I'm
like
out.
that. I like that.
Yes.
And Friday, what we doing on Friday? We go bring up every door because I know we might not get to the constitutional reform.
Yeah. So Friday we go ease up a little bit. We go relax a little bit. We're going to go too hard.
Take me back in history.
I'll take you back in history on Friday coming, right?
Not a problem.
All right.
Keep shooting for the stars and everything that you do, Trinidad and Tobago. If you can see it, then you can 100% be it. And the moment you choose to give up is the moment a new star is born. Have a great night. See you back here tomorrow under the radar from 6 to 8 p.m.